Hey everybody, Evan Schmidt, product specialist and love promise coordinator here at Santa Cruz Subaru. Today I'm going to show you just a couple settings, a couple changes I made the day I bought my wife her new Subaru. If you're new to my channel, I like to make videos about everything Subaru, impart my knowledge and wisdom, everything I've learned over the past almost 20 years working here at Santa Cruz Subaru. If you get used to the videos, please hit that little Santa Cruz Subaru wave right about there and subscribe to my channel. Like the videos, please. It really does help me out. Lets everybody know that people like the videos, and my bosses will let me keep making them. All right, let's get into it. All right, so some settings that I changed the day I bought my Subaru. I just broke my microphone, so hopefully this works out okay. So, if you have the keyless access system, which pretty much every car does, you walk up to the car, you grab the door handle like this, it unlocks the driver's hand. Don't grab the door handle like this, because those little guys are the lock button. This one is the unlock. If you do this, you touch both of them. You see how nothing happens when I do this? It's basically touching the lock and the unlock button at the same time. It's very common, everybody does this. This guy just works off the heat that's in your hand, so just be patient with it. If you have really cold hands, if you have gloves, it might not even work, depends on how thick it is. And with the lock, don't go like this. Yeah, that worked, but really get your finger on it, make contact with it. But like I said, so grab the door handle, just the driver door unlocks itself. You could reach inside and unlock all the other doors. But I have kids. 90% of the time, there's at least 3 people getting in the car. Most of the time there's 4. So it's just easier for us to grab the door handle, and we wanted all the doors to open. Very easy to do. So hop in the car. For some reason, the engine does need to be running to change a lot of settings. So you wait for this guy to boot up here. And we're gonna go through the whole process, do the I agree. It starts you out in general setting. Oh, sorry. First of all, so you got to go to settings. I was already there, so you go settings. It starts you off in general settings, and it says sound, navigation. You got the little arrow. We've paged over car settings. This is part of your keyless entry system. You go to keyless entry, and this guy's just in the way because it's a brand new car. So it is part of, let's go back, keyless entry system, sorry. Driver door unlock, driver door only. Hit that guy, change it to all. So now what happens, lock the car, give it a second to reset itself. I walk up to the car, I grab the door handle, and all the doors open. The other option you got in this guy, it's one that I just personally didn't do on my car, but you can do it if you want. I'll start it up again. When you use the tailgate open button from back there, there's the sensor back there, the key's close, it opens and unlocks the tailgate. You could go back to settings, again, page over to car settings, keyless entry system. You could have rear gate trunk unlock, rear gate trunk only. You could have that also open all of your doors. I personally just did not do that on my Outback. All right, here, so when you go into drive, this is the way the car comes from the factory. When you start driving away at about 12 miles an hour, all of the doors lock themselves. This is something that you can change if you want. You can have it be where it is, like from the factory. You can have, it's called vehicle speed is the way this one works. You can have this not happen at all, or you can change it to where when the vehicle shifts out of park, all the doors automatically lock. It's very easy to do. All you got to do is come over here. I'm going to go to the settings, and it's going to start you up right here. General sound navigation. I'm going to page over one screen to the car settings, and it always usually starts you out up on the top here, but we're going to scroll down to auto door lock unlock. I'm gonna select that guy, and from the factory, vehicle speed, so about 12 miles an hour when it happens. Or like I said, you can have it do it where shift into or out of park. So if I go out of park, the second I go into drive, all the doors lock. Or like I said, the last option is just to have this never happen. It's an option a lot of people don't know about. The other one that a lot of people don't know about that I found very frustrating is when my car is set, my wife's car is set to lock all the doors at speed. So all the doors lock at 12 miles an hour. She comes to us, stops her car, parks, throws the car in the park. The way the car is set is only the driver's door is going to unlock itself. So we'd always get out of the car, walk around to the back door, that door would be locked, and we'd have to unlock all the doors. It just got annoying for us. So what I like to do is I like to go again back to settings. Again, make sure you've paged over to the car settings. You scroll down to the auto door lock unlock feature. There we go, auto door unlock, driver door open. So I like going into shift into out of park. So I'm gonna go ahead and make all my doors lock. So I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna hit my speed, all the doors lock themselves. I come to my stop, I go into park, boom, every single door unlocked the second I went into park. The other options you get with this guy are have that not happen when you turn the car off, or again, just like the car comes standard with, is driver door open only. I like shift into or out of park. All right, so another tip, something I changed on my car. I've talked about this on other videos. So if you haven't seen my other videos, you don't know about this, but you have. This is just a reminder. Up on top where it says MPG, you see a little highlighted portion. Engine's running. I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting really bad gas mileage, so it's all the way to the left. You need good gas mileage, it's all to the right. And it goes to the left and you floor it, and up and down and up and down. It's giving you real-time gas mileage. It's called an eco gauge. I did not find that useful. I didn't like it because I know when I'm getting good gas mileage or not getting good gas mileage. So I wanted something different. Settings. This time, you gotta make sure you're in the general settings. And it's gotta scroll down one page here to meter screen. Depending on your car, you have different options over here, but it's called the meter information screen. It's on the eco gauge. Another thing, depending on the level of your car, you have more options or less options up here. So we're on eco gauge. You could have outside temperature clock, but I got it right there. You got it as an option right there. You could switch this guy and have another option, but no matter what, it's always right there. So I didn't like that one. You could have a compass. Most cars have a compass up there in the screen. So again, east, east, double up on the information. I like gas range. Now it's got my gas range because I like this screen in another screen. That's my favorite one, where it tells me unnamed road. I'm sitting in the parking lot, I'm not on a road, so I'm not on a road. If I pull out, it's gonna say the name of the road, which is called Gross Road, then I'm gonna turn right on 41st Avenue, then take Highway 1. It always tells you where you are. And that guy is controlled by this guy. This is another one that I change often. You know, I've kind of checking things out, but I switched my car to make sure it was in this screen so we can always know where we are and what street we're driving on. The last tip here for you, I'm not gonna make a full video about this. I'm just gonna reference this to another one of my videos about PIN code access. It's how to get into your car without the key, basically. How to lock your key inside the car if you're gonna go somewhere, surfing, going somewhere the key might get wet, you don't wanna lose it. You can lock your key inside your car, set up a code, and you can get into your car without your key and then reactivate your key. So just real quick, on this Forester, it's easy. This button is right underneath the E. Not every car has the embossed logo back here, but any car with keyless access, right about in this position, there's this little button right about here. I set up PIN code access. That's a whole other video. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you want to do this, check out the other video on how to do this. But little tip that so many people don't know. I'm surprised, you know, Subaru's had this button for years. I've had people, they've had their car 10 plus years. They have no idea this button exists. My car's on, or this car is on lock. I come up, I have the key on me. I push this button and boom, I lock the car. If you push this button and nothing happens, it's one of three things that could have happened. One, there's a key inside. Two, the battery to the car is dead, or the key battery is dead. Or three, you don't have the key by this sensor. Okay, check out the video on pin code access if you want to do this, but that's some stuff that I changed in my car the day I bought it. Thanks for watching.